Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Browns are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Bucs, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers are 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Again, it's Crowell. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jamie Collins in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down the pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and long for Winston. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hughes. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gold. The screen pass here to Cohen. And some room to work. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Back there. Philly. Here we go. Here we go.
Off play action. Gold. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. On 1st down, Gold. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go.
To throw again. Gold. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And now another one thrown incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On 4th down, Gold. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Robert Ayers in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip.
Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Space to run past the 20. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here we go now. 3-19. Back watch it now. Party.
On 1st and 10, Gold. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This one taken from the 7. And some room to maneuver. He's got daylight. The 20. And they are finally going to stop him, but what a return. All the way to the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Second down, goal to go from the 6. They'll give Crowell another crack. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Isaiah Crowell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he'll bang that one through. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake. Gold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Off play action. Gold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
He finds an opening past the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On second down, here's Crowell. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A very solid gain of 27. Throwing on first down. Gold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Three yards to go on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Off the play fake. Gold. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when you got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, file it away, lad. foul it away because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. To throw on second down. Goal. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Go. Leopard. All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Leopard. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, Leopard.
On 4th down. Goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have moved out in front. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, goal. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Looking to throw on second down. Gold. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Detroit! Leopard!
From the gun on third down. Gold. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Looking to throw. Gold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
Here we go now. Watch it now. Let's go.
To throw on second down. Gold. They'll leave it for Cohen. Complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Sammy Coates now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now running right through it. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Gold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
All right, here we go.
Off play action. Gold. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? From the gun, Gold. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Robert Ayers in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call. And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll run it again with Crowell. He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays.
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Back to throw. Gold throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Gordon. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Off the play fake. Gold. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Gordon. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing again. Gold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
Let's go.
Off play action. Gold. Over the middle, complete. It's Marsh. And he's brought down after a good gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And this one's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Looking to throw. Gold. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. Gold. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have moved out in front. And he knocks it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A first down throw for Winston. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. First down, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Jameis on second down. This is Crowell on the catch. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On third down, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, now, look at 56. Over. All right, here we go.
Off the play fake. Gold. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The Browns on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Off play action. Gold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
This will be fielded at the 8. So we've reached halftime in a while. Why does Larry always do that? He just stops talking. But let's go play the third quarter. I'm psyched. This one taken from the 7. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Do you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Off the play fake. Gold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On 1st and 10, Gold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 more there and another first down.
All right, here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gun. Here we go. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down. Gold. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations during that tight coverage. You see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Gold. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Ricardo Lewis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They're not good at all. Punt him just 24 yards there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Looking to throw. Gold. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Off play action. Gold. And this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The Browns on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Gold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marsh. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down, Winston. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. Now a handoff to Crowell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Winston from the gun on third down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Gold throwing deep here for Coleman. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play that time for Cleveland. 57 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl or Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Detroit! Watch it now, Barney.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gold under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Alex Anzalone in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Off play action. Gold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
A gain of 39 that time.
If the post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's a give to Crowell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. And Frank's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it, and that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for the Browns. 43 yards. On first down, Gold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Jameis to throw it. Baldwin with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Jameis now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Winston now to throw on first down. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start. Offense.
So that'll back him up 5. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Damian Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's doing the covering, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Corey Coleman now, he gears up to help lead this offense again. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give us a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Gold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw. Gold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Off the play fake. Gold. His throw incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Gold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Gold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. To throw on 2nd down. Gold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And his kick is right through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. On 1st and 10, Winston. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that'll set them back 5. So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. Working out of the gun, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. The Bucs on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Time for a break. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got his target. It's Coleman for a Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns continue to roll. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later? even after that big-time return. It's not looking great for them today, but if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On second down, Winston again. Over the middle, complete. That's Baldwin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Off play action. Gold. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Off the play fake. Gold. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Off play action. Gold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to throw. Gold. The screen pass here to Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And it's caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
3-19. Watching that, Barney. Set.
They'll look to throw again. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. One last shot now for Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's